Next one. The artist led a very austere life. The artist led a very austere life. Austere means like simple, plain and all, without any material pleasures and all. The options are luxurious, boisterous, exciting, eventful. Austere is a positive word, right? Now, simple, calm, peaceful, serene and all, without any kind of material pleasures, as I said. That means he doesn't want any kind of material pleasures. He doesn't want financial gains, nothing. He just led a simple life. Luxurious means extremely comfortable. Extremely comfortable is luxurious. The opposite can be austere. It means not comfortable at all. Not comfortable at all since like not too bad. It's like simple life, plain life. I need only what I need. That means I don't want something, I don't want too much of anything. I don't desire or wish to get too much of anything. I just need what I need to survive, to lead my life. That's it. Simple, plain, serene, peaceful life. Luxurious is like extremely comfortable. It means being very lavish, being a spendthrift, right? Spending too much, not being very wasteful, right? The opposite can be luxurious. Boisterous is very noisy, loud and energetic. It's nowhere related to austere. Right? It's very loudy, in a way at times irritating and unpleasant as well. Eliminated. Exciting, causing great enthusiasm. Causing great enthusiasm is exciting. It was an exciting event. That means it gave us a lot of enthusiasm. It made us enthusiastic. Eventful is full of interesting events. Full of interesting events is termed as eventful. Leading an austere life doesn't mean that we are not doing anything that is interesting. We do everything that interests us, but in a very calm and serene manner. Gone. When you compare luxurious and exciting, exciting cannot be the opposite of simple or calm. Exciting is in fact a positive word. In a way, a bit negative word in this case is luxurious. The answer must be A. The artist led a very luxurious life. That means he wanted all kinds of material pleasures, financial gains and all those. The next one. The new boss is well known for his rigid approach to all problems. Approach is a noun because his is a possessive pronoun. After a possessive pronoun comes a noun. Rigid approach means the word rigid describes approach. Approach is a noun. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective. So rigid is an adjective, negatively charged word. So the option that we go for as an antonym to this word must also be an adjective. The options are swift, logical, sympathetic, flexible. Now, rigid approach means something that is constant. He will never sway. Sway in the sense he will never change. No matter how much a person requests him, or how much a person appeals to him, or how many times a person requests to him, he will not change. He will always remain that way. No matter what happens, he will never be sensitive to others. He'll be insensitive to the requests made by others. He'll be insensitive to the appeals made by others. He will always remain the same way. Rigid approach. Right? Boss. Right? The new boss is well known for his rigid approach to all his problems. To all problems. Swift is happening quickly. Happening quickly, all of a sudden, in a short span of time, in a quick manner, is swift. Cannot be the antonym of rigid. Eliminated. Logical is connecting ideas in a sensible way. Logical means it is rational. Rational in the sense based on reason. Based on reason is termed as rational. Logical is nowhere related to rigid. In fact, logical, the opposite is illogical, irrational, not based on reason, not sensible. Sympathetic, expressing sympathy. P-A-T-H-Y is a root word meaning feelings of kindness. Feelings of kindness for others is termed as sympathetic. Right? Sympathy, apathy is the antonym. A is a negative prefix meaning not. Apathy means no feelings of kindness for others. No concern for others. No. Antipathy, negative word, against feelings of kindness. Sympathetic is nowhere related to being rigid. Right? A person who is rigid can be sympathetic as well. So it cannot be the antonym. Eliminated. Flexible, can change easily to suit any new situation. A flexible person is one who can be made to change. That means requests, he'll be sensitive to the requests, he'll be sensitive to the appeals made to him. That means if a person requests him, he changes. He does not be too rigid. He'll not be constant that way in a negative manner. He changes his mind to make others happy, to please others. So rigid means like no movement at all. The same way, flexible means can change easily to suit any situation. The antonym of rigid here must be flexible. The next one. Adversity is a source of numerous vices. Adversity is a negative word. It's a noun actually. What is the source of numerous vices? The answer is adversity. So we are getting the answer to the question, what is adversity? Adversity becomes noun, ITY word. Right. Then, adversity is a source of numerous vices, and vices is negative, whereas virtues is positive. The opposite of vices is virtues. Virtues means good qualities, noble qualities. Vices means evil qualities. Right. A vicious person is one who is devilish, evil. A virtuous person is one who is noble. Adversity is a source of numerous vices. Only a negative entity can be the source of numerous various vices. So adversity is of course a negative word. Right? Adversity is a source of numerous vices. The options are wealth, prosperity, luxury, money. Wealth is an abundance of valuable material. An abundance of valuable material is termed as wealth. Cannot be the antonym of adversity. Now what are adverse situations? Adverse situations means the situations that contradict what we really want. Now he has faced many adverse situations in his life. That means he has expected many things, or he has yearned for many things but did not get what he expected. What he got was just the exact opposite of what he wanted to, right? What he got was just the exact opposite of what he expected. That is adversity. Right? Prosperity, ITY word, noun. Wealth is a noun, luxury is a noun, money is also a noun. All the options are nouns. Good fortune or the condition of being successful. Good fortune or the condition of being successful is termed as prosperity. Fortune is negative, whereas fate is fortune is positive, whereas fate is negative. Fatal accident means something that results in death, right? When something good happens to us, we'll never say it's my fate. Only when something negative happens to us, we'll say something bad happens, we'll say my fate, or our fate. Good fortune or the condition of being successful. When will we be successful? When we get what we want to get, we can be termed as successful, right? We have many desires, many wishes, right? Many ambitions and all. So when we get what we expect or what we want, we can be termed as successful. So prosperity is when the luck favors us. Adversity is when the luck doesn't favor us. When the luck favors us, we prosper. When the luck doesn't favor us, we face adverse situations. So prosperity can be the antonym of adversity. Luxury is a state of great comfort, like opposite can be austere, right? Gone. Money is a token for wealth. Money is nowhere related to adversity. It doesn't mean that we prosper only when we have a lot of money. There's no such meaning or no such definition. Eliminated. The answer must be option B, prosperity. Adversity is fate. It means we don't get what we expect. We get the opposite of what we expect. Prosperity is good fortune or the condition of being successful. It means we get what we want or what we expect. That's prosperity. The antonym must be prosperity. The next one. My brother is very sensitive about hurting animals. Positively charged word. Insensitive is negative. Being indifferent is being insensitive. Right? Sensitive means like possessing some kind of concern for others, thinking about others the way we think about ourselves. Not sensitive. My brother is very sensitive about hurting animals. The options are callous, senseless, indifferent, unconcerned. Callous means cruel or insensitive. A careless person is one who lacks humanity. A stone-hearted person who will never be moved by the sufferings of others. He'll always be the same way, and his intention will be to hurt others. He wants to see others suffer. A sensitive person cannot see others suffer, right? He cannot see others suffer. He always walks a mile in their shoes. That means he always sees their problems as his own. Callous means very cruel or insensitive. In a way, it can be the antonym of sensitive. Senseless means lacking common sense, being stupid. Being stupid or being an idiot is like being senseless. The opposite is sensible. Sensible is something that makes sense. Sensible is something that does not make sense. Lacking common sense. Cannot be the opposite of sensitive. Eliminated. Indifferent is having no particular interest. He is indifferent to the matter. He does not show any kind of interest in that matter. He does not have any kind of interest in doing that matter or doing that particular task. Different, indifferent. Indifferent is like having no particular interest. The other one is like enthusiastic to do something, excited to do something, enthusiastic to do something and all. Nowhere related to sensitive. Eliminated. Unconcerned is showing a lack of interest. In a way can be the same as indifferent. In a way. Concerned means like I'm concerned about him. I'm concerned about him means like I show a lot of interest regarding him. That means I show a lot of interest in him. A lot of interest in him means like take care of him, right? I care for him. Unconcerned means showing a lack of interest. He's unconcerned about it. It means does not even show interest in doing that. Eliminated. The answer must be callous. My brother is very sensitive about hurting animals. The antonym of sensitive must be callous, being very cruel or insensitive. The next one. He did it purposefully. Purposely means like intentionally. He wanted to do it, he did it. That means like in the conscious state of mind, he did it. The options are half-heartedly, timidly, unintentionally, hesitatingly. Half-heartedly means without enthusiasm or energy. Wholeheartedly means with a lot of enthusiasm or energy. With a lot of enthusiasm or energy is wholeheartedly. He has thanked me wholeheartedly. Half-heartedly means without enthusiasm or energy, cannot be the antonym of purposely. Purposely means like, as I told you, done intentionally. Accidentally is the opposite. Accidentally means like done unintentionally. Timidly is lack of confidence. A timid person is a shy person who always fears others, who does not want to mingle with others because he fears others. He does not have any kind of confidence in himself. He does not have self-confidence. He lacks self-confidence. A timid person, a shy person, nowhere related to purposely. Eliminated. Unintentionally means not on purpose, like accidentally, means like not consciously. It means he was not in a conscious state of mind. It means like he did not do it with the intention to do it. Right? It just happened accidentally, not on purpose. Antonym of purposely, unintentionally. Hesitatingly means reluctantly. Reluctantly means the sense like he didn't want to do it, but he did it. Right? He knows that he's going to do that, but he didn't want to do it, still he did it. That is reluctantly. Right? Cannot be related to purposely. Eliminated. The answer must be option C, unintentionally. That means not on purpose, accidentally. The next one. After week-long strike is a noun, week-long is an adjective. Right? Weeks-long is wrong because an adjective cannot be used in the plural form. After week-long strike, the workers took to the path of collision when the chairman intervened. Collision in the sense like some kind of argument, fight and all, like verbal fight or physical fight can be. After a week-long strike, the workers took to the path of collision, negative, when the chairman interfered. That means they went for some kind of disagreement, a verbal fight, a dispute kind of thing. Dispute, in fact. The options are retaliation, atonement, reconciliation, expiation. Retaliation is action taken in return, retaliate, to return, to go back and all. Action taken in return for an injury or offense. Action taken in return of for an injury or an offense is termed as offense, noun. Or an offense is termed as retaliation, nowhere related to collision. Right? We want a word that has meaning like negatively charged word, right? Verbal fight. We want a word that conveys a meaning like peaceful, right? Peace, harmony and all. Getting along with each other. Getting along with each other means like in agreement with each other, in harmony with each other and all. In peace with each other. We want a word that conveys that meaning. Retaliation is eliminated. Atonement is the action of making amends for a wrong. Action of making amends for a wrong. That means we have to pay for what we have done. That means we have to make sure that I compensate my wrongdoing. That means I did something wrong. I do something good so that the wrongdoing gets compensated. Not related to collusion, eliminated. Reconciliation is a restoration of friendly relations. Reconciliation, C-O-N, means like coming together, getting along, right? Coming together, getting along, together with, along with and all, C-O-N. R-E, means like again. The restoration, like bringing back. The restoration of friendly relations is termed as reconciliation. Yes. Collision means like not agreeing with each other, not getting along with each other. Here reconciliation means agreeing with each other, being in harmony with each other, getting along with each other. Reconciliation can be the antonym of collision. Expiation is a compensation for a wrong done. Compensation for something that is done in a wrong manner. Compensation for a wrongdoing is termed as expiation. Nowhere related to collision, eliminated. The answer must be reconciliation. Got it? The next one. He yielded to temptation. Yielded to temptation means like he gave up. He gave up. That means he couldn't fight anymore. Right? He gave up. He surrendered. That's the meaning. Right? He yielded to temptation. He surrendered to temptation. Giving up, giving in, right? He surrendered to temptation. That means he did not have the energy to fight again, fight more. So he just gave up, he surrendered. The options are succumbed. So he yielded to temptation is negative. Temptation is anyway negative. We should never give up to temptation. So yielded to temptation is anyway negative, right? Temptation is a negative word. Yielding to something that is negative is a negative action. Succumbed, resigned, skirted, resisted. Succumbed means surrender or quit. Succumbed is a synonym of yielded. We want the antonym of this word. Option A is eliminated. Resigned is to take away. To take something away is resigned. Nowhere related to nowhere related to the word given in the question. Eliminated. Skirted means to furnish a border or shield for something. Skirted, surrounded meaning kind of surrounded and all. Skirted, surrounded, paraded. Does not fit this context, nowhere related. Hence it must be resisted. Resisted means try to prevent by action or argument. It means not giving up. Resisting to something means like not giving up, still fighting, gathering all our energy and still fighting to disagree with. Fighting to win, fighting to give a good competition and all. That is called resisting. He yielded to temptation. He resisted to temptation means he did not give up to temptation. This must be the antonym of yielded. Got it? The next one. The disheveled appearance of the two men on the street made everyone take notice of them. Disheveled is a negative word because dis is a negative prefix. The options are composed, tidy, confident, complacent. Disheveled appearance. Disheveled means like disorderly. Disorderly means untidy. The untidy appearance of the two men on the street made everyone take notice of them. So disheveled means like untidy or disorderly. So we want a word that has a meaning opposite of untidy or disorderly, like orderly or tidy. Composed means self-possessed or calm. Nowhere related to the word dishevelled, right? Not being very arrogant or something, very calm. Nowhere related to dishevelled, eliminated. Tidy means arranged neatly and in order. Keep your room neat and tidy, everything in order. And in order in the sense orderly. Dishevelled is disorderly, untidy, must be considered. Confident is feeling or showing certainty about something. I'm confident about it. I'm confident about it means like I'm sure that it has happened. Confidently saying means like with a lot of confidence, in the sense like being sure of something. We don't have even a single trace of doubt, right, regarding that particular entity or regarding that particular thing. We're very sure that it has happened. We are certain about it. It's confident. Nowhere related to dishevelled. Lacking confidence can be the opposite of this, not dishevelled. Complacent is pleased with the situation. Pleased with the situation means like happy with the situation. Not related to dishevelled. The answer must be tidy. Disorderly. The next one. He has penchant for writing satirical poems. He has penchant for writing satirical poems. The options are dislike, bias, repulsion, hatred. Now he has penchant for writing satirical poems means he likes writing satirical poems. That means he is interested in writing satirical poems. That's the meaning, right? He has penchant for writing satirical poems means he likes writing satirical poems, or he is interested in writing satirical poems. That's the meaning. The options are dislike. Dislike means like hostility towards or not liking. He dislikes, the opposite of like is dislike. He dislikes writing satirical poems. Makes sense. Can be the antonym. Fine. Bias is interest in one particular area or subject. Being biased means like being partial. Favoring only one particular subject or one particular area or one particular side. That is being biased or being partial. Nowhere related to the word penchant here. Eliminated. Repulsion is strong feeling of disgust. Strong feeling of disgust or contempt is called repulsion. Does not fit here actually because it's not that strong. Hatred is intense dislike. We have hatred towards a person and all, right? We are talking about writing satirical poems. So here repulsion and hatred in a way mean the same. Because repulsion is strong feeling of disgust. Similarly, hatred is intense dislike. Strong feeling is the same as intense dislike. Disgust is the same as dislike. So C and D are gone. The answer must be A. He dislikes writing satirical poems. The next one. The lawyer was convinced that his client had made an authentic. So because of the option they have given the question as or and. The option may not start with the sounds R, O, A or E. The lawyer was convinced that his client had made an authentic statement. I say the sentence is positively charged because the lawyer was convinced that his client had made an authentic statement. When will a lawyer get convinced? When his client makes a false statement or a true statement? Only when his client makes a true statement, the lawyer will feel convinced, right? That means a statement that can be trusted on, a statement that can be trusted, depended on, a statement that can be believed, right, without any doubt. Authentic is a positive word. Authentic means like true statement, right? A straightforward one, an honest statement. The options are absurd, false, unreasonable, ridiculous. Absurd means inappropriate. The opposite of appropriate. Right. False is incorrect. Authentic means true. The opposite of true is false. Right. True or false, incorrect must be considered. Unreasonable, exceeding the bounds of reason. That means not reasonable. Logical, illogical. The opposite is reasonable or logical. Option C is eliminated. Ridiculous is extremely silly. Extremely silly in the sense like nonsense, stupidity, eliminated. Here the answer must be false. When you compare absurd and false, false must be the better option here, because authentic statement means true statement. The opposite is false statement. The answer must be option B. The next one. He was on pins and needles while his wife was undergoing an operation. Pins and needles means like in a lot of tension, right? Pins and when you stamp on a pin or a needle, how you feel, right? We feel uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is okay, but we will feel a lot of tension. Understand the meaning? What the situation of a husband will be when his wife undergoes an operation. He was on pins and needles while his wife was undergoing an operation. That means he was in a lot of tension. He was in a lot of tension while his wife was undergoing an operation. That is a meaning, right? We want a word that has a meaning opposite that of tension, being tensed, right? He was tensed while his wife was undergoing an operation. That was, he was in tension. The options are unexcited, at rest, undisturbed, relaxed. Unexcited means lack of excitement. The opposite is excited. There is no relationship between the context and the word unexcited or excited here. There is no need for him to feel unexcited or excited while his wife is undergoing an operation. Undergoing an operation does not make sense. Eliminate it. At rest means inactive. Being active, being inactive. There is no need for him to be active or inactive while his wife is undergoing an operation. Does not make sense. Gone. Undisturbed means not disturbed, right? Not getting disturbed. There's no need for him to feel disturbed, because we get disturbed when someone does something that irritates us. When someone does something that irritates us, we get disturbed. His wife undergoing an operation is not something that disturbs him, right? So undisturbed does not fit here. The answer must be relaxed. Free from tension and anxiety. It means not tensed. He was in a relaxed state. He was in a tense state while his wife was undergoing an operation. He was in a relaxed state while his wife was undergoing an operation. Both make sense. The antonym of pins and needles in a tense state must be relaxed. The next one. The coach was too lax about the training of the team. Lax in the sense lacking energy, lacking enthusiasm, lethargic. Lethargic means like lacking energy, lacking enthusiasm, lacking excitement. That's lethargic. That means he's not at all concerned about what is happening. Let it happen the way it has to happen. Right? He just leaves it that way. He doesn't put any effort to make it correct or make it right. Negatively charged word. The options are stern, strict, firm, steadfast. Steadfast. Stern means very firm and impossible to oppose. Does not fit here, right? His stern character cannot be the opposite of being lax, right? Eliminated. Strict, following rules and beliefs exactly. Strict rules means rules that need to be followed. Rules that have to be followed have to be followed. That means compulsorily done, right? Strict means following rules and beliefs exactly. The coach was too strict about the training of the team, correct? Yes, that means he has taken it seriously. He's doing it with a lot of excitement, with a lot of interest and all, right? Makes sense. Must be considered. Firm means unalterable. Unalterable means something that cannot be changed. Cannot be, this word doesn't have any relationship with the word lax in this context. Gone. Steadfast means immovable. We're not talking about movable or immovable, because we're talking about the training of the team. And while giving training to the team, the coach has to be strict. Only then he can get the 100% from the players. So in this case, the answer must be strict. The coach was too lax about the training of the team. The coach was too strict about the training of the team. Come on, next one. The rebels, you know who rebels are, right? Those who go against the government and all, those who oppose. The rebels held out in the face of stiff odds. Held out means refusing to agree, refusing to get along, refusing to give up, refusing to give in, refusing to surrender, refusing to get along, refusing to agree. That is held out. Resisting, right? To resist. The rebels held out in the face of stiff odds. That means even though stiff odds were there, they did not surrender. They resisted. That is the meaning of this sentence. The whole sentence is positively charged because of double negation. Held out, going against, refusing to disagree, refusing to agree. In the face of stiff odds, negative. A negative action against a negative thing becomes a positive action. Give in means cease fighting or arguing. I mean surrendering. Must be the opposite. Right? Because held out means refusing to surrender. Gave in means to surrender. Gave up, gave in mean the same. Deserted means empty of people. It is a deserted place means there's no one there. Occupied, opposite of occupied actually. Nowhere related to this phrase held out. Fled away, flee, to run away. Exile, ex. Ex means to run away, to exit, right? To flee and all. Fled away is to run away from danger or evil, not related to the word held out. Betrayed means mistreated, cheated, fooled and not related, the answer must be. The rebels gave in the face of stiff odds. It means they surrendered. They could not face stiff odds, so they gave in, they surrendered. Held out means they refused to surrender, they fought. Come next one. His family severed ties with him for marrying intercaste. Severe means to cut, right? Severe means to cut. His family severed ties with him for marrying intercaste. That means his family were not with him because he has gone for an intercaste marriage. The options are joined, included, detached, disrupted. Joined means connected to. Severed means to cut apart. Join means to connect. Can be the antonym. Included means like being part of the whole. Include opposite is excluded, not related to severed actually, eliminated. Detached means separated, to cut apart. In a way, synonym. We want antonym, eliminated. Negatively charged word. Detached is also negative, eliminated. Disrupted is also a negative word. dis is a negative prefix. We want a positive word, eliminated. Disrupted means interrupt by causing a severe disturbance or problem. Like intervening, stepping in. Right? Gone, the answer must be joined. His family, okay, here if you say joined, the sentence does not make much sense actually. His family joined ties with him for marrying intercaste. It means as he married intercaste, his family was very happy, so he joined ties with him. It doesn't make much sense actually. In the present day world I'm saying. His family severed ties with him for marrying intercaste. Answer must be joined. Antonym. Domestic violence is a very inhuman act. Inhuman act. Now what is an inhuman act? Domestic violence is an inhuman act, negatively charged. Inhuman is a negative word because I is a negative prefix. Inhuman means like without any humanity, without any concern for others, without any love for others, without any consideration for others, right? Not being a philanthropist, being a misanthropist. The options are, no, inhuman is a negative word, so the antonym of it must be positive. Indifferent, compassionate, terrible, ferocious. Indifferent means unconcerned. We discussed it. Negatively charged. We need a positive word as the answer. Eliminated. Compassion means showing sympathy and concern. Showing sympathy and concern means like being humane. Loving humanity. A person who loves human beings, who loves mankind. A person who is concerned about others, who cares for others. Compassionate person. Inhuman is negative, being compassionate. Being inhuman is negative, being human, positive. Being inhuman is negative, being compassionate is positive. Terrible is extremely bad or serious. Terrible consequences, dire consequences, negatively charged. We want a positive word, eliminated. Ferocious, cruel or violent, ferocious animal, ferocious guy, cruel guy, callous guy, violent guy and all negatively charged, because we need a positive word, so eliminate it. The answer must be B. Compassionate. I should not replace inhuman with compassionate here in this sentence. Domestic violence is a compassionate act is a blunder, right? So, but we just want the antonym of the word given the question. Inhuman is negative, compassionate is positive.